Hello everyone and welcome to Vinyl Loft. On today's episode we take a look at the new releases for you to be putting in your collection because it's too small. Your collection. The first record we're going to talk about on today's show is Archers of Loft. Merge Records is repressing their second album, VV, which comes after their repress of their first album, which came out in 2011. So I'm sensing a general pattern here. For those of you who are familiar with the band, or familiar with this album, you will notice that when you go to the record store to pick this up, that it has different artwork, remixed artwork you could say, perhaps even reissued artwork. As far as what I was able to gather in my research the other night, when I was extraordinarily tired and a little drunk from red wine that Emma gave me, the press is single color black and it's not limited in any fashion, so this isn't really a collector's item, but if you love the band and you love reissues and new artwork, yeah, you probably want to get it. Next up is a new record from Canadian solo artist Grimes, and this album is called Visions and is being released on 4AD Records. For those of you unfamiliar with the sounds of Grimes, as perhaps a few of us are, here is a sample from the website as to what to expect from the album. The record label describes the album as having influences from, and I quote, New Jack Swing, IDM, New Age, K-pop, Industrial, and Glitch. So it's going to be kind of an eclectic album, I think. The solo artist, Claire Boucher, as she is called by her parents, had this to say about the album. She describes the album as the only means through which I can be fully expressive. It is both an ethereal escape from and violent embrace of my experience. The creative process is a quest for the ultimate sensual, mystical, and cathartic experience, and the vehicle of my psychic purging. Visions was conceived in a period of self-imposed cloistering, during which time I did not see daylight. So yeah, there's that. And hey, Pitchfork is excited for it, so take that as you will. The LP is being released in one color, as far as I can tell, and there is no known limitations. I don't know if it's a limited release. Probably not, though. Also, a little side note to this record, you're only going to be able to buy it on February 22nd if you happen to live in the United States of America. Sorry, rest of the world, but the album will be coming out in March. Unless you pre-order it from 4AD, and then it'll probably ship to you anyways. So the internet wins again. Next up, Sleigh Bells and Reign of Terror being released on Mom and Pop Records. A lot of my friends had always been talking about this band for the last year or so, going to see them live and obsessing over them and what have you. I hadn't taken the opportunity to listen to them. And then, while researching for this episode, I discovered that the guitarist from Sleigh Bells is the guitarist from Poison the Well. God damn it. Burping. This is the second album from the band, and the second album to be released on Mom and Pop Records. Sounds like they have a good relationship. The weird thing about this album, in terms of pre-ordering it or being able to buy it, is that you can only pre-order from iTunes, which means you're only going to get a digital copy. And I was on the Mom and Pop website, didn't really see a way to pre-order the vinyl, which means that I have no idea what color it's coming out in, or if it's going to be a limited release. I assume not. Usually people post those things when that is the case, but who knows? Who knows? But it's kind of weird not having a pre-order for the LP, because like everyone does that. Everyone in the world does that. Mom and Pop Records. You gotta do better than that. And last but not least, Cursive's I Am Gemini being released on Saddle Creek Records. Now you may have noticed that Emma isn't here with me right now. That's mostly because she's so excited for this album she time traveled to the future in order to buy it and listen to it before I can. So she'll be back in a couple of days when time catches up and she'll be raving about the album. This is the band's 7th full-length album, and it's the 6th to be released on Saddle Creek Records. Good. It's a good run. The band describes this as a concept record. Well, they didn't describe it as a concept record. That's what I'm calling it. But they described it as this. The surreal and powerful musical tale of Cassius and Pollock, twin brothers separated at birth. So I'm going to call that a concept record. The album has been described as the band's heaviest in recent years, but a lot of bands say that, and that should never be taken as another way of saying it's going to be really good, because sometimes it just isn't. So we're going to have to wait and see. Well, we're going to have to wait and see. Well, yeah. We're gonna have to wait like a day, and then we'll see, I guess. And it looks like we're going 4 for 4 with one color releases. None of these are on colored vinyl, which is actually kind of a relief because I've just seen so many albums on colored vinyl. I almost get like giddy when I get one on black. Love black vinyl. And this is also an unlimited release. Not to say that there's like an infinite amount of them. There just hasn't been a pre-imposed limit set on them. So everyone's going to be able to get the first press. Yay! Alright everyone, that's it for this episode of Vinyl Loft. I hope you heard about some records that maybe you were looking forward to, but forgot they were coming out on Tuesday. Now of course, there are more records coming out than just the 4 that I mentioned, so you can hit up our website and take a look at our list. I will admit, this is not a complete list. It's just a compilation of stuff I pulled together from different record store websites. If you know of other things that are coming out on Tuesday or just this week in general, you can tweet at Vinyl Loft and tell me about them, or you can mention them in the comments in the YouTube or on Facebook or Tumblr or what have you. And we will add them to the list of our own, so we can have a more comprehensive source for people to go to when they want new things, or when they want to know what is new. Speaking of social media, make sure to follow the show, like I just mentioned, at Vinyl Loft on Twitter. You can also follow me at TJ the Mute, and my lovely time-traveling co-host at I'm a Gene. You can like us on Facebook, you can follow us on Tumblr, and you can subscribe to this channel right there. Or there. I forget which one it is. I'm also dyslexic, but I'm not dyslexic. Sorry. We also have a contest running right now. If you just tweet Giraffes at Vinyl Loft, we will send you a digital copy of Giraffes' new album, Pink Magic, which is really good. And you've probably been hearing a lot of the music playing under our shows, so that's what you need to get excited for. Listen to what is happening under my voice right now, and just imagine, like, say, 45 minutes of that. But it's a bit different here and there. It's so good. We'll be announcing the winner on this coming Thursday's show, so get excited for that. Thank you for watching, and you are now 60 days away from Record Store Day. We're 2 months away!